Mike
Okay.
Carey here. Well, welcome back to our next edition of What's Up America with Mike Carey, as always, proudly broadcasting from Ocoee, Florida, USA, planet Earth. And my guest today is Mr. Landon Harvey, who is a great ventriloquist and comedian performer. And Landon, such a pleasure, honor that you could join us today. We're so glad that we, can have you. And, I've seen all your TikToks and it's great, and what you've got a great talent, and you really have got something special there. And first of all, why don't you tell us, Landon, a little bit about how you got involved in ventriloquism? Is this something that goes back a while, or?
Absolutely, Mike. Thank you for having me. This is very exciting. I started ventriloquism when I was 6 years old. I saw a ventriloquist perform for Red Ribbon Week at my school. His name's Dennis Lee, and I was absolutely enthralled. He had this amazing set. He had a great message, but he was entertaining for kids. He really knew his audience, and that's something very important in entertainment. You really have to know your audience and who you're delivering your performance for. And I remember seeing the puppets, and all the voices were different. The characters were so established, and he was so seasoned at what he was doing that I go, that's magic up there, and I want to do that. I don't know how to do that yet, but I want to do that. And so then later on, I got a puppet, and I started watching other ventriloquists like Jeff Dunham, who was rising in the ranks on his career. I watched him on TV, and I saw Terry Fader as well on TV, and all these different people that I kind of discovered walking into the world of ventriloquism. And so then I started performing for my friends. I'd save up my little coupons in class and then do like a little show and tell when I got a new puppet. And I realized even though I was introverted, I could bring a puppet in and I could do jokes, and I would have the attention on me indirectly. And then when I put the puppet away, people would disperse. I thought there's a real power in puppets. And that's when I realized something was really true there for me in ventriloquism. And it's just been uphill ever since.
Oh, great. So, Landon, we've seen, your puppets, and we're going to meet one in a little bit, but how do you come up with, the voices, or, we want to let everyone know that you actually build and create all your own puppets yourself. So, is it something where the voice comes first, or do you build the puppet and then, create the voice from that, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question. I know a lot of different ventriloquists that do it in different ways, and I don't have one way that I typically go with. I've got actually 2 to 3 new characters that I haven't even revealed yet that their creation started with different ideas. One of them started with the voice. One of them started with the idea of the character. So I try to take inspiration from everywhere. I try to make sure the puppet's relatable to some degree, even if it's a jackalope, which, not a lot of people know what a jackalope is. How can I make that relatable? So I have some younger cousins that love Fortnite and are very kind of ADHD and kind of all over the place. They're very energetic. And so I take those elements of people that I know in my real life or that I've seen on TV that people could relate to, and I try to implement them into the puppets. So an inspiration for a character can come from a voice. It can come from a cartoon. It can come from someone I saw on the street, or a part of me that I feel that I want to express that's not expressed through my own character as a comedian, that I can kind of have a banter with. So I try to take all these different routes to be able to create a variety of different puppet characters.
So, Landon, we're talking about all these different puppet characters that you're creating. So, is there going to be ever a limit, or at some point you're going to say, okay, that's enough characters, or?
I thought about that when I began ventriloquism, because I saw Jeff Dunham and I thought, okay, I'm going to have like 3 or 4 main characters, and then that'll be it. But then I started learning different techniques to build puppets, and I'm still learning how to build different variations of puppets and trying to push the envelope with what I'm doing as the bad boy of ventriloquism. And so I don't think there will ever be a limit on the puppets that I'll have. I think I'll end up being more like Carrot Top, where I've got a bunch of these puppets and all these different cases and different ways that I introduce them and have them exit the stage. And it's really just the only thing that limits me on what I build is my creativity. So as long as I keep creating, I think I'll always have new puppets and a fresh take.
So for you, Landon, we know obviously with your TikTok lives, and obviously, when you interact with people, a lot of it's improv, but do develop scripts, or do you do a lot of writing, or you pretty much know what you're going to do then?
I love the writing process, and I love writing comedy because there's so many different ways to write a good joke or a good bit or routine, especially when you've got a defined character, because you really have to have the defined character first. And then once you have that character that's defined, it's kind of like writing for a sitcom. You want Jerry Seinfeld's character and Kramer, to be very defined so that the comedy is there. And then once the characters are defined, they could even say something that doesn't sound funny, but since it's through the character, it is funny because people relate to the character. So I really try to have the character established. And then, I love improvising on the live streams that we do, Landon Up Late live streams weekly. And when I'm not doing that, I actually am working on my actual show, which is all scripted. I don't really take a lot of chances with that. I do some audience involvement, and I have the puppets kind of talk to the people in the front row of the audience, but I really like delivering the best comedy show that I can as a ventriloquist. And that means that I have to have everything scripted, and I actually have writers that I work with. So I bounce ideas off of from their perspectives, and see how what I'm doing can be punched up even further and made better.
So, Landon, the one thing I'm wondering, so you mentioned about writing. So, I mean, usually then you write specifically for, a character or a puppet. I mean, you're not going to necessarily, or maybe you do have all these different jokes and scripts, and then you might say, hey, who's getting this, Jackie or what, huh?
Yeah, you know what? It does happen like that sometimes, though. Sometimes I'll have, because the characters are so defined, I'll have a joke that it might be about like an ex-girlfriend or a wife or something, and that will go. I know that will go to my character Mervin, who's my kind of old ladies' man character. But sometimes if I have kind of a depressing or kind of a mopey joke, I know it will go to my zombie, because Bill the Zombie is like an underdog character that happens to be a zombie. Sometimes I'll just write a joke and I really like the joke, and I'll go, where will this fit? What character will work for this? And sometimes it doesn't work for a character. Sometimes it works for me doing stand-up, or sometimes I'll just save it because I use Evernote, which is this note-taking app, and I'll just save it and put some associated tags with the joke that are related to the joke. And then when I'm writing a bit, a year later on, dogs or whatever, I look up dog jokes, and I've got 3 different jokes that are perfect for that bit that I can then implement.
Oh, well, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Landon, when you've got all these different characters, and I really enjoy the backstories. But I mean, is that when you're developing a character, you've got to give them a persona, you've got to give them a life, and you create this back story so they become almost a sentient human being then, huh?
Absolutely. And I think it's essential before I introduce a new character to give them a backstory, whether I share the backstory with the audience initially or not. I kind of like to have the who, what, when, where, why of the character. And one of my biggest pet peeves as a ventriloquist is seeing other ventriloquists who just have these puppets and they have no relationship to the puppet. Like if I've got a jackalope on stage, I have to explain to the audience why he's there. Or if I've got, a zombie that I dug him up, or that, he's my HR guy or whatever, there has to be a reason that you're connected with that puppet, or why you met that person in real life, that you have to be able to convey to the audience.
Oh, so yeah, the characters, really come alive. And, a lot of times we've seen, on TikTok, where a situation is where, people are, thinking that, it's you. And sometimes, you've got to create this own character, with their own life and their own personality, and they get offended at you. But again, that's just how it works. I guess in the world we, live in now, somebody's like, hey, you can't say that, or you can't do that, huh?
Yeah, and it's very difficult, because oftentimes when you introduce characters and you already have a base audience, a lot of people because they like you already and they like your work, a lot of people buy into the character immediately if it's well defined and it's, within reason. Sometimes you get backlash. The most backlash I've gotten for doing some jokes or a new character, it's usually just jokes. I haven't gotten a lot of backlash for introducing a specific puppet. But a lot of times if I get backlash for something, it's not from my audience. It's from new people seeing the stuff because the piece of content on TikTok went viral, and now it's reaching, new people that have their own reservations about it. But I think that in what I'm doing, in wanting to offer a fresh take and kind of have this edge as a ventriloquist, I do try to kind of push it and see how much I can get away with. And because you have a puppet saying it, you can get away with a lot more, especially because you can just blame it on, the guy on your right hand.
So the one thing I'm wondering, Landon, is now the way these puppets work, can you actually operate two of them at once? Or, I mean, does it require like each puppet, one hand, one puppet per one skit? Or
I have done two puppets at once, out of the request from people on my live stream. I think I had Jackie meet Mervin, and I had Jackie talk to the little dog character Biscuit. It's extremely tedious because versus, when you do a routine as a ventriloquist, you've got the puppet, which is the character, and then you're also the character. Even if you're just the straight man, you're the one setting up the puppet for the joke, right? So when you've got another puppet, you have to make sure that you don't just blend into the background and have these two puppets start talking. So if I go back and forth with two puppets, which I can, and make sure not to get the voices mixed up in the process, if I'm having them talk quickly to each other, I have to kind of have myself say something every now and then to remind them that I'm there, and then they can acknowledge me and then keep going back. And that kind of keeps the conversation rolling. So I do it every once in a while to keep myself fresh. But it's not a big go-to because it really burns me out sometimes.
so the one thing, and I know this doing characters myself, Landon, is how you blend your personality as Landon Harvey. So you've got all these different characters, Jackie and all them, but then you've got to present yourself as Landon Harvey. I mean, do you try, like in my particular case, I try to define myself so that my characters, don't upstage me. I mean, do you find yourself, trying to define yourself as Landon Harvey, the puppeteer? Or?
This is such a great question, because I see a lot of what's been done in ventriloquism is you have the straight man that is the guy that sets up the joke, and then you have the puppet that's the star. And I've really tried to make it where I can compete with the puppet, so people know as much about me as they do with the puppet, because I really want it to be like a comedic duo up on stage. So I really try to make it that as much as I can. And I've even done live streams where I'll talk or do comedy or just kind of share what I'm up to before I bring out the puppet, so people can kind of get a feel for me. They feel comfortable with that, and then I bring in the puppet. And then since they already know me, then they're comfortable with me bringing in the new character, because then they get to see how I react to that character. And that's very important because you're laying the foundation for the act.
And I remember, Landon, it was in the 90s. I remember seeing Jeff Dunham at like 11:30 at night, even in Central Time. And I said, who is this guy? Wow, this is really something. And I must say, when I saw you, Landon, I kind of get that feeling again. You kind of brought back the youth. I guess you're at a good age where, not too young, not too old, just right. I mean, is that kind of how you feel, that you're, young blood? I mean, you respect your elders, but at the same time, it's fun to bring a youthfulness to it, huh?
Absolutely. I've got a lot of very weird ideas that I'm excited to start working on, and a lot of things that will be relatable specifically to my TikTok audience. And I respect Dunham. I love Terry Fader, another great ventriloquist, very popular in Australia, is David Strassman. I love his whole use of sets and the way that he approaches the art. But I'm really trying to do my own thing and make it kind of different and kind of challenge what's been done before. So I really do think that right now is my prime time, and I get a lot of people saying, you should try out for AGT and this and that, which I might down the line, who knows? But I'm really trying to define my stuff and my online content and my in-show content, and really just kind of provide something new to the art of ventriloquism.
So I mean, it's a big task, but I believe in you, Landon, that you could win America's Got Talent. But then you're touring. Then you go to a different level. I mean, you mentioned that maybe in a few years. I mean, are you ready to go to that level? I mean, doing shows. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty busy now, but I mean, it seems like at that level you're doing like hundreds of shows a year, then, or something.
Yeah, I would absolutely love that. I mean, that's really my goal with all of this. It's fascinating. I used to do shows to fund my building puppets, and then I would sell puppets to fund, buying stuff to enhance the quality of my live shows. So they kind of fed into one another. But my ultimate goal is to perform and make a full-time career out of this, as I'm doing now. But I want to tour more, because I constantly get people saying, come to my city, come to my state. I want to, see your live show. And that's definitely something that I hope to do one day, because I've been big into, ever since 2019, since, pre-COVID, I've been very adamant about establishing my brand online. And I think that it's very, with the purple brick and the jokes and the different types of content that I'm putting out there, I think I'm very established already. So all I have to do is do those shows out and about, and then even repurpose that as content. And I think that'll just allow me to grow even more.
And we understand, Landon, that you're friends with Jack Williams, and that's, I think, got us excited. Like, okay, Landon, you're next. But I understand that with Darcy and then Jack and Terry Fader, that you're friends and you do communicate. I mean, I know it's friendly competition, but do you think that you do exchange ideas? And I mean, you're like comedians that try to form bonds and form relationships, or?
Absolutely. Yeah. I talk to Jack often about AGT, and he shared some very interesting insights about auditioning for the show. And it was very valuable to have his perception on it. And, of course, Terry, who is going to be on AGT All Stars, and he's very much encouraged me to do the show. And he's helped me very early in my career. He had a scholarship called the Clinton Detweiler Scholarship for ventriloquists, and if you won, you got to go to the ventriloquist convention, which there's a ventriloquist convention, by the way. It's in Kentucky, and it's over 700 ventriloquists that travel there for a week, and we share different ideas, and there's puppet vendors and all types of stuff. And I won this when I was like 16, and that allowed me to go to the ventriloquist convention and immerse myself in the community. And so Terry Fader's been very supportive of my career, and he's kind of seen me rise in the ranks into what I'm doing online with the TikTok content and the videos. And he's also kind of helped me with writing, which has improved my skill immensely. So in a way, they are, I'm very good friends with all these big name ventriloquists, and even some that are big names within the community that might not be big names publicly. But I've got a lot of ideas too that are kept close to my heart that I haven't quite revealed yet.
Okay, so now we want to talk to Jackie, and I wanted this question, to go to Jackie, and that was about if you actually get hecklers, and does the puppets actually interact and put the hecklers in their place?
Sure. I think he's down here. Jackie? Yeah, come here. Oh my gosh. Hey, it's Mike Kara. Yeah, I love Mike Kara. I follow him on TikTok. That's great. Yeah, I do too. What is this? Is this a carrot? No, it's a microphone. Okay. So what was your question? He was asking you about hecklers. Oh, sure. Right. You get hecklers? Sometimes. Yeah. But you got to be quick. Right. And the key is you have to have me out when you're having a heckler, so I can have the comeback quickly. Right. Because you don't want a slower character, because then it kind of kills the momentum. Right, yeah, because he's kind of very energetic. He's very quick, sure. And if I've got a heckler, I've got a quick response with Jackie. But if it's Bill the zombie, Bill's response, while I may think of it quickly, it might not be the same punch because Bill's delivery is slower. Right, he's kind of a multi-zombie. Right, yeah. So I think it's important if I do have a heckler, I actually open my show with Jackie. So if I have any hecklers, Jackie will take care of them. I'll throw hands. Right. Yeah.
Oh, great. So, Jackie, how you doing there? Everything going okay?
Oh yeah, we're getting ready for Christmas. Yeah, we filmed some stuff at Terry Theater in Vegas. We did, yeah, And we're looking on a new YouTube series, right? It's called Good Morning with Bill the Zombie. It's a morning show, right, with Bill, And I have all the other puppets that have their own kind of segments within the show. Sure. So we're working on that, working on building up our content for our live show, and just a bunch of other exciting things with Landon up late, right? Yes, we're actually going to be consistent now, right? Yeah, we're going live on Tuesday and Saturday nights. So it's very exciting, right? Because Landon is all over the place. I really am. Yeah, and now we finally have nights that people know they can tune in, right? Which is important, right? When you're building a fan base, right? Landon, I got it. We've got nights that we're tuning in now, and we're gonna remain consistent. And I'm gonna be there 2 nights a week, and people know when to tune in. They better. All right. I'm serious. Okay. All right. I've gotten complaints. Okay. All right. Let Mike ask the next question. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
So, Jackie, what does a jackalope want for Christmas? I mean, what do you really want for Christmas over here?
Oh. Would it be too inappropriate for me to ask for a new ventriloquist? Wait, hold on. What? Why do you want a new ventriloquist? I don't know. Maybe I could go to Terry Theater. No, he's got enough puppets. No, that I kind of want to sing something. Yeah, okay. No, actually, I don't know. Maybe Landon could make me a jackalope female girlfriend. Oh yeah, yes. It gets lonely. Yeah. So maybe I'll make you a girlfriend for Christmas. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's very interesting there. So basically, like we were saying, Jackie, that you have a chance to talk to these other puppets. What do you think of these other guys?
Well, I understand Landon needs content. Wait, what does that mean? Well, they can't all be winners, Landon. What does that mean? I am the star, Well, that's what every leading puppet says with the ventriloquist. I'm the star of the show. Yeah, but with me, it's actually true. What, you really think so? Yeah, because I get a lot of people that say that Bill the Zombie is their favorite character. Well, they're liars. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I could be a zombie too. Yeah. All I have to do is get bitten. Right. I could be the first zombie jackalope that's like a hybrid. Yeah, I don't think so. No. I mean, you like Bill. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I don't like his maggot. Maggie? Yeah. She looks at me funny. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. But you like the other guys? Merlin's okay. Yeah. He takes me to Chili's. That's good. Yep. And Kip is good. Kip is Jackie's imaginary friend. They probably spend the most time together. Yep. Yeah. Which I don't quite understand Jackie having an imaginary friend. What do you mean? Well, I think it's weird that you talk to something that doesn't exist. Isn't that what you're doing right now? All right, that's fair. Hey, all. Okay. But you get along with everyone else, right? Yeah, we socially distance. Right. Yeah. That's how we make things work. Sure.
Oh, okay. So, Jackie, can you tell us what your Christmas present to Landon will be? I mean, do you find that you need to find the perfect gift, right?
Yeah, right now I think it's going to be a Tic Tac. Wait, hold on. What? Be nice. Okay, seriously though. No, what are you going to get me for Christmas? I don't know. Maybe a new joke. A new joke. Yeah. Okay. You have to really, verbally make fun of me right now. I don't have to, but I like to. Okay. Yeah. And I could send you an Amazon wish list of mine. I won't see it. Okay. Well, maybe we'll talk about this later, and we'll figure out what a good gift from you to me would be. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I could get him a haircut. Okay, are you done? What? Are you done? Nope. All right. I'm still on it. Okay. I'm on fire. Yeah, okay.
Oh, great. So, Jackie, do you have any resolutions for the new year? Is there anything you want to change or improve on?
Why are you looking at me? Well, going back to that question on getting a new ventriloquist. Now, come on. No, you know what? I had resolutions there last year, but you never really follow through with them, right? Yeah. So, I just hope that we can start touring. I would love to tour, and grow our videos. And I don't know, maybe this year I'll be in more videos of the Landons. I think you're in a lot of my videos. We'll see about that. Yeah, I got a new agent, right? Okay, that's great. Yeah. So maybe we'll just do more content, more long form content with you and the other guys talking, so people can kind of see you guys outside of the live streams. Yeah, I'd like them to get to know me, right? I also thought of the new series, Mike. What's the series? It's called Life of Landon. Life of Landon. Yeah, it's like the Kardashians, but it's with us. Really, yes. And this would be where? On TikTok. So it's a TikTok. It's a TikTok series. That's a show. Yes, and it's what my life living with you guys. Yes, exactly. And all the craziness that ensues. You think people would tune in for that? I think it'd be hilarious. We'd have talking heads and Lee and Bill and you, Southport. Yeah, be cool. Well, maybe we'll do that. Okay, yeah. See, I'm already making my life here, Mike. This is fantastic. Yeah, it's great. Yes. How am I saying your content? Right. Yeah. I'm on fire. All right.
Yeah. Yes. So, Landon, the one question I wonder, does Jackie get any wear and tear? I mean, does he need any like improvements, or you need any sewing done or anything like that, or?
That is a personal question, Mike. How dare you? Yes, you do. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, Jackie's a couple years old. I am. Yeah, the first and I don't think I've shared this publicly. The first version of Jackie actually had a different muzzle. Excuse me? Yeah. So I actually, as I learned how to build puppets better, I redid the muzzle and I redid his antlers. So every once in a while, I rebuild his antlers. There's only one version of this puppet. Really? Yeah. Usually you would have others built as backups if you're touring or whatever. And I just haven't had time to do that yet. Really? No. Oh. So I'm one in a million. You're very unique. Yes. Cool. Yeah. So eventually I'll have to build a whole nother puppet. But this one definitely I've broken it in. Gross. And it's I have molded to his slutty hand. Yeah. Yep. And every once in a while I have to clean him up or stitch him somewhere. But for the most part he holds up. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I've been to the doctor a couple of times. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Landon, so there's only one Jackie. So then what happens, if he's lost, a new Jackie has to be created, or?
If I'm lost, it means I'm free. Come on, what? Be nice. Now, if I lose him, you're screwed, right? Yeah. So I try to, whenever I fly with him, he's in my carry-on. I really am. Yeah. I'm locked up and kept safe, right? Yes, yeah. Because I love him. Thank you. Yeah. But eventually, maybe that'll be my Christmas present. Is I'll build a new jackalope. You're gonna replace me. I'm gonna upgrade you. Okay. Yeah. So this one can kind of take a break for a little bit. All right. And this one can become the studio Jackie, and the other one can be the touring Jackie. Right? Yes, but it's always hard to do that, especially with soft puppets, because it's hard to get them looking exactly like the one before. Right? So it's going to take some time to capture the charm. And I'm also going to rebuild Bill the Zombie. And this new version that I'm going to be doing is going to look even more decayed. Really? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. More edgy. Okay. Yeah. What's your newest puppet idea? Well, it's a secret. You want to share it? I will soon. Okay. Yeah. Is it good? It's different. No ventriloquist has done it before. Oh. Okay. Right. Is it entertaining? It is. Okay. Just making sure. Right. That's good. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So, Jackie, how's life on the road treating you? I mean, do you have groupies or anything like that, or?
Yeah, it's great. I get Landon's groupies. It's wonderful. I don't really have groupies. You kind of do. Well, which is kind of like a couple, right? Which is a lot for a ventriloquist, right? Yeah. So, we make it work. right? Yeah. I get first dibs. First dibs. Right. That's great. But I just kind of sit there, right? Because you're not there, right? Yeah. But ladies love me, right? Ladies love the jackalope, right? Yes. So that's why Landon won't take me on a date. No, he's going on a date next week and he won't take me. No, no. Why is that? Well, because I don't want you to upstage me. Right. I want her to get to know me for me and not for you. But eventually she will know me. Right. Yes. And that's when I'll steal her from you. Watch it. Okay. Yeah, I try to not let them invade too much of my personal life. Too late. Right. You're doing an interview with your hand. All right. That's fair. Yep.
Oh, well, not to get too personal, Landon, but you bring an interesting point. Seriously, I mean, if you would go on a date with somebody who was also a ventriloquist, would she show up? Would you both show up with puppets though? I mean, that's something to kind of need to think about, huh?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That is a weird, very weird double date, Mike. That'd be very bizarre, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. Would we sit at separate tables? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never gone on a date with another ventriloquist. Right. He doesn't need the competition. Right. Yeah. I try to meet people that are doing, that have different career paths than mine so we can both, keep each other interesting. Right. And, not be like whole burnt out on the puppet thing. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cause it's a lot to handle. Right. Yeah. And essentially, when I'm dating someone, I like to get to know them. And I like to get, I like when they get to know me and myself. Right. Yeah. Yes. It's great. Right. Yeah. The life of a professional schizophrenic. Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here. So we want to talk a little bit, Landon, about, your social media and how people could get a hold of you and TikTok. So why don't you tell us all about your, website and all that good stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah. So my website is landonharvey.com. And we're everywhere online. We're on every social media platform. And you can find us at Landon Venting. Yep, that's LANDON VENTING. Right. Did I get that right? You did. Okay. Yeah. I get a cookie. Right. Yep. And a gold star. Right. Yes. Yeah, it's everywhere online at Landon Venting. Our website's landonharvey.com. And then our YouTube is Landon Venting as well. And we share all of our live streams, which we have over 324 up-to-date live stream episodes that are there for free, that people can watch, tune in, and our live streams are usually 30 minutes to an hour, right? So it's just free content of me and the puppets ad-libbing and having fun that people like to tune in for, and we've got some other content on there as well. Sure, right? Yeah.
Oh, so Jackie, I want to ask you a question. So as far as your last name, I mean, do all the puppets then, are you Jackie Harvey then? You got your own last name though?
Yeah, no, Landon, I am not Jackie Harvey, no, because I have not been adopted by Landon. No. We keep it professional, right? Yeah, and I don't live here either in this, what is this, a purple dungeon? It's my branded backdrop, Jackie, whatever. No, I don't live here, right? My last name is Jackalope, or Lope, right? Your name is Jackie Lope, right? Because I'm the Jackalope, right? Yeah, and it sounds like Jackalope, right? Yeah, because it's cute. Right, and easy to remember and playful, right? Yeah, and Bill's last name is the zombie. Yeah, she just goes by Bill the Zombie. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So we like to keep it basic. Right. Yeah. But when I'm creating a name for a puppet, I like to make it where it sounds like a cartoon character. So, Bill the Zombie is very easy to remember. It kind of humanizes the idea of it being a zombie, which is comical to me. Sure. Jackie Jackalope sounds like a, kind of like Bugs Bunny in a way. It sounds like a very cartoony character, like fun for family. Sure. Which is what Jackie is. Yes. Yeah. Move over. Sorry. All right. Inside voice. I know. And Maggie the Maggot. I just try to have like these kind of, goofy little playful names that are easy to remember. Sure. So no one else has the last name Harvey. No. Right. Yeah. Good to know. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. And we appreciate, the both of your time, and we hope that you have a great holiday season. You got any special ornaments you like to put on the tree? Any special traditions?
Oh, that is a good question. Yeah. You have any special ornaments? Usually I actually decorate my antlers with ornaments and various Christmas items. Really, yes. Well, that's great. Yeah, it gets very festive. Right. It's kind of like a ugly sweater contest, but on my antlers. Right. Yes. So are we going to see some of that here soon? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a video. Right. Yeah. We also have to do a TikTok 12 days of Christmas unboxing, right? Yeah, which will be interesting because you've got like 12 puppets, right? So maybe we'll do a different puppet for each day. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Sure. Yeah, so we got some fun Christmas ideas in the works. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you said you're going to do the 12 days of Christmas. So does that mean that both of you are going to sing then, or what?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You don't do that a lot, sing, no. But maybe you'll do it comedically, right? You can pass that, right? Yeah. Or maybe we can call Terry Fader and he can throw his voice to Texas. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it's long distance ventriloquism. Right. Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, so yeah, that is interesting though. You bring up Jackie about the idea of actually working with Terry working with other puppets. I mean, so Jackie, is there another puppet that one of these other ventriloquists have that you'd like to meet or maybe go on a date with? You never know, huh?
Oh. Yeah, I really wanted to go on a date with Jeff Dunham's Peanut, and then I realized it was a boy. The purple was confusing. Yeah. But no, Peanut's cool. Yeah. I think it'd be fun to hang out with him. Yeah, I think we share a lot of interests. Sure. Yeah. Also like Terry Fader's turtle or Winston. Yes. He's kind of naive, but he's sweet. Okay. Yeah. So what about Darcy Lynn's rabbit Petunia? What about Petunia? Oh, cares for rabbits. Aren't you part rabbit? Yeah, it's a little too close to home. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. But I get out sometimes. Yeah. I get to meet these other events. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Life through their eyes. Right. It's great. Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you, you two. And before we go here, is any final thoughts or anything else? I mean, Jackie, before we go, do you have any great words of wisdom that you could bestow upon us?
Oh yeah, it was just Thanksgiving. So in terms of things of wisdom, yeah, if you're gonna stuff a turkey, make sure it's dead first. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, wonderful. And anyone, I just want to do this shameless plug. Excuse me, anyone that wants to become a ventriloquist, I'm actually putting an online university together, really, with me and a bunch of other well-known and famous ventriloquists within the community. It's called Ventriloquist University, and you subscribe for a year, and every year it builds onto itself, but you can learn all the aspects of ventriloquism through the eyes of these different ventriloquists. Really? Yes, and we're actually going to have Terry Fader as part of it, so it's very exciting. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's something that my audiences have been asking about, and it's been a long and tedious journey, but it's definitely in the works. Great. Yeah. Am I on there? You will be. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I don't do ventriloquism. No, but you're part of my ventriloquism. Yeah, whatever. This is great. This is fun. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, yeah, that's great, and we wish both of you the best. And you're still gonna do that. I'm still trying to find that TikTok live. Is there a particular day you do it, or particular time, or?
Yes, we actually just posted that yesterday. Yes. It's what is it? It's like 9 Central, something like that. Yeah, it's on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesdays and Saturdays, right? And I believe it's at 9 Central, and we've got all the other times. And it's we posted on our Instagram. Yes, at Landon Venting, right? And we pinned it so everyone can see it. And know when to tune in. Absolutely, yeah. And if you want to know if it's good or not, just go to Landon's Facebook, right? It's facebook.com/Landon Venting and look at reviews, right? Because all of our reviews are from people that have watched the live streams. Yeah. They're very kind. Yeah. You really got your money's worth out of paying them for those. I didn't pay them to review us. Really? No. They did it for free? Yes, people enjoy what I do. Wow. You know this. Come on. Okay. Anyway, that's where you can go to find out about us on Facebook, and then we do our live streams on TikTok. Right? Yeah, and the info's on Instagram. Right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. My guest has been Landon Harvey, and of course, Jackie, and you've been watching and listening to the What's Up America with Mike Cara, as always, partly broadcasting from McCoy, Florida, USA, planet Earth. Want to wish everyone a happy holidays, and please catch us again next time.
Bye, guys. Happy holidays.